All right, so this shit, it came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So Fat Joe, before he went to on his interview run, he put out a post talking about his album, which I haven't heard. I haven't listened to a Fat Joe album in I don't know how long. That this is a classic album, basically, I guess from New York standards or whatever you want to call it, a modern day classic. When it's just like, when I think of Fat Joe and the word classic, no disrespect to Fat Joe, I'm a huge Fat Joe fan. I fuck with a lot of his music, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not rolling with the classic word, you know what I mean? But anyway, he went on to say that he got a verse that's crazy from Eminem. And when the album dropped, I skimmed through it, but I didn't particularly hit that song. I didn't even see Eminem on the fucking track list, which was crazy. So I'm like, how did I miss this? And I'm thinking, okay, Eminem with Fat Joe and Dre, Cool and Dre. I'm like, what the fuck that's gonna sound like? I instantly stopped the interview or whatever the case may be and go listen to the song. Yeah, I listened to it, skimmed through it just to get to M verse, which is around the 2 minute and 17 second mark. And I'm listening to it and I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, oh shit, this nigga going there. And I remember seeing Nick Cannon on the podcast, I do believe it's T.I. shit, saying something about Eminem. I didn't watch the shit, it just didn't make sense why the fuck he would even mention a nigga. Cause we all remember the beef from before, you know, this beef is like damn near 10 years old or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck did the nigga say? And I'm listening to the M verse and I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's dope, but then it's just like, oh, nigga, he didn't spaz. Like, it's like he was in his bass form. He didn't even go Super Saiyan. And if you know Eminem, when it come to dissing motherfuckers, yo, he could have went crazy. But he kept it like a long ass verse. Then it's just like, okay, but this has nothing to do with the song. And then at the last bit of the verse, he talked about his mom and him having to go live with somebody else, and somebody came in his life. That was a great thing, was a blessing. And I'm like, okay, that was cool. Boom, he ended it, like that. But I'm like, the entire verse has nothing to do with the song. That's another thing that in music we should talk about as music fans and shit, that when niggas do songs, they don't even stick, the verse don't have shit to do with the song, but whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay, that shit was fire. Like, you know what I mean? He kind of roasted that nigga, bring up the Mariah shit, it's cool. And I'm like, all right, for one, Nick Cannon really ain't really married to the bitch no more. He got twins with her, whatever the case may be. So it is what it is. But even when he was with her, Mariah had to sit there and drop a record, which became a hit. The Obsessed song and video and shit, which was funny. I think Nick did some bullshit song that fucking was horrible, or whatever the case may be. But M been going at Mariah for, it's a few songs, you know what I mean? And come to find out the next day or whatever, or when I heard after the album came out that Nick Cannon did a diss record, I'm like, no fucking way. Like, it's Nick Cannon, it's like the gigolo nigga, like, you know what I'm saying, the nigga from Came By Me Love and all that, Wildin' Out. So I'm like, what the fuck can he say? Lo and behold, this nigga got goddamn Hitman Holla and Charlie Clips and some other nigga on the first diss record. But when you turn it on, you hear Suge. I'm like, where the fuck this nigga come from? You know what I'm saying? I was just like, oh, this shit is comedy at its best, nigga. And I'm listening to the song. It's particularly nothing really there. But I'm like, for one, you battle rap niggas, Nick had to pay y'all. He was going to fire y'all ass for y'all to do that. And if you're not a fan of URL, you probably don't know who those two niggas is. So that's that. But I'm thinking, yo, in y'all career of being URL battlers, y'all ain't never said shit about Eminem that I know of, or whatever the case may be. So I just thought that was odd. It wasn't even no crazy shit. It's like, you niggas are rap battlers, and the stigma that they would use to say is like, oh, M couldn't do what we do now. What he used to do in battle rap is different. You know how them niggas be. And I ain't really hear shit that really was amazing, you know what I mean? And then Nick Cannon had a verse, and I'm like, bro, did you mention the nigga kids? Like, didn't you see what happened when Ja Rule did that shit? And all I'm thinking in my head is like, bro, M has been around some of the most lyrical cats that couldn't even compete on a record with him. And why would these niggas throw their career away just to diss him? It didn't make any fucking sense. And I was just like, man, all right, I guess. So the song was whatever. And I thought nothing of it. M said what he said on Twitter. That was cool. But I'm like, all right, hopefully this nigga rap. The nigga Nick and them dropped another diss record, and this time they added Conceited to it, which he had the better verse. Shout out to Conceited. He need to get back in battle rap for real, because there's a couple niggas I want to see him go against. But I'm like, yo, these niggas is really wildin', And it's like, do they forget who the fuck M is? And lo and behold, here we go. Out of nowhere, when nobody asked this nigga shit, Joyner gonna come out and say some shit. And it's like, bro, you always saying something when nobody asks for your fucking opinion. He always does that shit. It's like, bro, you want niggas to like you and care about your music, yet you always jumping in some shit that ain't got a fucking thing to do with you. Just drop good music, my nigga. Tory killed you anyway, so whatever. And he go sit there and just name drop a lot of people to just say that, it don't make me have to go and get so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so to, basically help Eminem like Eminem needs help. But I was thinking like, Nick is dumb, because nigga got Griselda and he got, even Slaughterhouse Not a Thing. Shit, he signed him and they still cool with the nigga. And Royce, you feel me, is just crazy. So I'm listening to the record. The second song is not shit. Hopefully he don't drop another one. But it's just like, what the fuck does Joyner Lucas got to do with this? Yeah, you did a song with Eminem. Great, nigga. Who cares? It's like, if you niggas want to rap, just rap. But it's fucking Nick Cannon. You know what I'm saying? 2 years ago, Conway the Machine did a freestyle and got out most of the battle rap niggas. So, and that shit still fire to this day. So I don't think no niggas want no problems with none of the Griselda niggas. I don't think none of these wild niggas want no problem with anybody that Eminem ever knew. Even Obi Trice, wherever the fuck he at, dropped a little diss, I guess you would call it a diss record. It's like a minute and some change. It wasn't bad, but it's like, he definitely could rap better than that. So I'm guessing he going through some shit or whatever the case may be. I think he going to jail or something like that. But I'm like, one, M don't even need this type of hysteria, I guess you want to call it that. Like, he don't need this shit for clout or no reason like that. If you gonna drop an album, nigga, drop an album. But it would look weird if the nigga do drop an album and then it's like this Nick Cannon bullshit got the hype and people to talk about it and everything like that, and niggas running to do YouTube videos and shit. I mean, yeah, I'm doing a video on the situation, but it's just because I don't understand what the fuck made Nick Cannon even say anything. I mean, the verse the M drop was fire. And who really needs, the clout, I guess? M sure the fuck don't need it. I mean, Nick Cannon doing what he doing. He everywhere on TV. He got a radio show and shit like that. He doing what he doing. So, I mean, he'd never really been a rapper. Nobody never really took him serious as a rapper. Even though the Gigolo song was a shit back in the day, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That shit was a shit. That was around my era. Hey, nigga had the perm and all that. Cat Williams in the joint. Cool video and all that. Crazy how it ended up for R. Kelly nowadays, right? But that's another story. But I was just like, yo, what the fuck is these niggas doing? And it's about Mariah Carey. It's like almost to the point that M is mad that she left him, or whatever the case may be, and ended up with that nigga, and they ended up having kids and shit. I mean, that helped Nick Cannon more than it helped Mariah. I mean, allegedly, Mariah has been around the Rockefeller camp back in the day, in the 2000s or whatever the case may be. I mean, who knows? Dame could have slid off in that. I think Cam definitely slid off in that. But it's like she never was really, you know what I mean, that. I mean, she was a good singer, but from her being 1990 Mariah Carey to when it hit the 2000s, she kind of, a little bit different. You feel me? But it's just like these niggas going back and forth over her. And it's like, yo, that's, nigga, I don't get it. Because it's like, bro, didn't you divorce her? Which, still don't know how the fuck you even pulled her. Whatever. I mean, but Nick kind of have had some bad bitches in his day. I won't even front on that. A couple notables that niggas is married to now or dating, he's had, back in a prime, I guess. But this battle rap shit is crazy. And all is just to, what Nick wants him on Wildin' Out. Why the fuck would he do that shit? You know what I'm saying? I don't see, that don't help Eminem, it helps you. But M is like a hermit in a way, because he's so introverted, and it's not wrong with that shit. I'm introverted. I mean, I don't like fucking with people like that if I don't really fuck with you or know you. So it's like M is M. He always been like that, but it's still in a nigga in rap period that can fuck with the nigga. You know what I mean? Sure, he put out that bullshit album and then came back with Kamikaze, but I mean, Game said in an interview a long time ago, niggas don't really want it with Eminem. Like, you can't, what can you do to the nigga? You feel me? Or say to the nigga? It's crazy. You know what I mean? He can dish you just bragging on his fucking album sales, period. You dig? As far as his skill set, it's up there. You know what I mean? He do rap a lot of words together. You know what I mean? And it's just like sometimes it can be a little bit like, he's rapping fast, but he's just rhyming words. It's cool, but if you listen to what the fuck he's saying, son is crazy. One of my favorite records is Buffalo Bill by that nigga. That's one of the most insane fucking tracks that I ever heard. You know, he got a lot of them records like that where it's just like, god damn, the Shady 15-year anniversary, the first song, he going stupid. You probably don't like the production and the hook, maybe whatever, but if you listen to that nigga rhyming, he going fucking crazy. Just listen to what he's saying. You know what I mean? But Nick Cannon, you and your Wildin' Out crew, y'all niggas better fucking chill, bro. Cause it'll be a long night if the nigga really, really want to get on that rap shit. You know what I'm saying, with you niggas. You feel me? Cause talking about shit we already knew, to me that's not, I mean, even in battle rap culture, if you get one nigga against one nigga and you gonna say this shit and the next nigga face the same nigga and say the same shit, it's like, bro, we already know this. So y'all niggas didn't come with nothing new. He been sober for so long, but yet you talking about he's on pills and this and that, or he ain't been the same since this and that. Yeah, we know that, nigga. Him and Wayne wasn't the same when they stopped doing certain things. But tell us something we don't already know. You didn't tell us shit new. That's why those songs are fucking corny and it's lame. And those other niggas cheerleading and jumping in the shit for no fucking reason. It's like, damn, nigga. What is wrong with this shit? That shit was just, it was funny, I guess, but I definitely didn't want to see this type of battle rap. I would have loved if Drake would have released that third diss record for Meek. I still want to hear that shit to this day. I still want to hear Drake respond to Pusha T. You know what I mean? Even when he was going at Hove, I wish that would have went a little bit more, you know, longer than it did. But this Nick Cannon Eminem shit, bro, it's cool, but we still waiting on Eminem. Like Ack would say, M, you on the clock, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We need that song or freestyle, whatever you gonna do, we need that, bro. Cause you know he gonna throw all these niggas' names in it and it's gonna be fucking crazy. You know what I mean? He just, the way he breaks down things, similar to what Jay do. If Jay really wanna get at a nigga, he gonna say shit without saying your name, but he gonna direct it right at you and you gonna know exactly who the fuck he talking to, and it's gonna hurt because it's gonna be like, god damn. You feel me? But at the end of the day, I mean, this was cute, I guess, if you want to say that. Like, Nick Cannon, the fuck out of here with this shit, nigga. We ain't trying to hear this shit. But we are waiting on M or somebody from over there. Jordan said some shit. I mean, we trying to see something. And then he threw King Los in there. King Los, like, I'm in this or something to that effect. It's like, yeah, nigga, jump in this motherfucker. Go ahead, bro. Fuck it. It is what it is. Let's end 2019 on a good note with this rap shit. Niggas should just get out all the issues with the rappers that they particularly not really got a problem with, but maybe they didn't like when this happened or whatever the case may be. But this beef, battle rap shit, it's alright. M winning to me, nigga. He already 3-0. Cause like, Nick, one, I know you didn't write that shit. Then in the second dish, you try to remix the Renegade beat. And even when you mention that shit to Jay-Z, he kind of quiet up and you know what I mean, send high praises to Eminem, because that nigga got washed. And yes, I know the beat was originally Eminem and Royce. Royce took his verse off. M kept his shit, but Jay-Z still couldn't compete with that shit. I mean, it was an Eminem produced beat, so what do you say? What do you think? Jay should have had Just Blaze or some shit, do a beat and have M come over there. You know what I mean? So, just, I don't know, but it's shit just funny just thinking about it. What y'all thought about this shit? Y'all let me know, man. Have a good one.